Hi and welcome back to Still Sassy, or hello if it's your first time here. It's lovely to have you. Choosing the right mascara when you get past the age of 50 can become a little confusing. Your eyelashes change, you're not sure if the mascara that served you well for many years is still serving you well, and it can just get confusing. Well, today I'm talking about mascara, and this video is for you if you've got any confusion about what mascara to choose now you're over 50, maybe over 45, and if you perhaps have never worn mascara before and now want to know which one to choose given that you're no longer 21, or maybe you just want to try something new and see if there's a new mascara on the market that you might like. So I'm going to cover all of that stuff in this video, and it's really nice to have you here with me. Now, before I go on, if you're enjoying this video as we get going, please don't let me stop you from subscribing below and also liking this video. Thanks for that. So, mascara is my go-to beauty product. Some people say they would always put a lipstick on, or they wouldn't go out the house without foundation or blusher. For me, it's mascara. But as I say that, I'm now thinking I'm being disloyal to my foundations, which I also enjoy wearing and probably wouldn't go out the house without wearing. But I guess if I was ditched on a desert island somewhere, then it would be mascara that I'd want with me. Foundation would probably peel off in the hot sun. But mascara, I like the way it makes my eyes look, and that's what I'd want to have on. If I don't wear it, I don't feel like I'm complete at all. It makes my eyes look different without mascara. So yeah, it's my go-to beauty product. I don't really have a firm favourite. There's probably one that I am going to talk about briefly, because I like to mix things up a bit. I'm like that with all my makeup really. I don't like to get stuck in my ways. I like to change things up. There's so many different things coming out all the time. You know, I just like to give things a try. Saying that, I save all my makeup for a long time and keep wearing it, so I don't waste it, but I do like to mix things up. So I've got a fair few mascaras, and I put whichever on I'm thinking I want to wear that day, or the one that I think will do the job that I want it to do. Finding a mascara that you enjoy wearing can be a little bit of trial and error. It's a bit like that with all makeup really, isn't it? Especially if you are ordering online. So if you can, I would suggest that you try a sample. Most places these days have samples or are happy to send you one, so just ask and see what happens. I am going to mention some products today. I don't have all of these and I haven't tested all of these, but they are ones that I know other makeup artists and friends of mine rate quite highly. The ones that I do have, I will say that I've used, and because I'm mentioning them here, you can be sure I've enjoyed wearing them. So let's crack on. So why should we wear mascara? That's the first question to answer, isn't it? Well, if you haven't tried it, you might not realise how much it can do for your eyes, especially as they change as you get older. If you have used it, then you'll know that mascara can do wonderful things for the eyes. It finishes a look, making your eyes pop like they wouldn't if you didn't have mascara on. And of course you can make it as subtle or as dazzling as you like. Just a small slick of mascara or the whole lot. You decide. It can make small eyes look bigger, and that gets more important as you get older because your eyes do start to drop a little bit. Perhaps you're getting hooded eyelids, so the more you can do to make your eyes look bigger, the better. You want that wide-eyed look, as you do throughout your life really. That's not a older, mature person type of thing, but as you get older and your eyes get smaller, then it can be helpful to wear mascara. Of course, some lucky people's eyes stay great and as they always were and nice and big, but even so, if you then put mascara on, your eyes are going to look amazing. So it's good for all of us. And it offers definition, and that is particularly good if you've got hooded eyes, because when you've got hooded eyes, sometimes your makeup can disappear a little bit into your eye sockets and things. If you've got hooded eyes, you'll know exactly what I mean. You have to put on your shadow carefully in a particular way to make it look okay and look good, and putting mascara on just helps with that. It really adds some definition, but it adds that definition regardless of whether you've got hooded eyes or not. One simple test is to put some mascara on one eye but not on the other, and stand yourself in front of a mirror and take a good look. I'm pretty convinced you'll see that the mascara is doing something for that side of your face, that eye. You'll just have more definition, more power in that eye. So give it a go. You know, if you don't want to try it, you don't want to use it, then that's absolutely fine too. But a lot of women enjoy wearing mascara and enjoy the look it gives them. Now, any of the products that I mention here, I will link below so you can have a look and shop if you want to. And I've got a few here just to hold up and show you the ones that I've used as well. So what happens as we get older to our eyelashes? Well, in the majority of cases, you lose volume or length, and sometimes both. So it can seem as if your eyelashes are disappearing a little bit. You start to wonder where they've gone, where they're going, and they're just not looking as they always did. Now, some people I know have sparse or short eyelashes anyway, and you might not notice a massive difference because you haven't got as many to lose, but even if that's the case, using mascara is going to help your eyelashes have more definition. There are mascaras to help every problem that you might be having with your eyelashes. So what I'm going to be talking about here is the ones that might help you depending on what's going on. So if you've got a lot of lashes, so you're not losing volume, but your lashes are getting shorter, then you need a lengthening mascara. This will define each of the lashes and extend them in length, so giving you a much longer look than you would if you hadn't used a lengthening mascara. And an example of this would be the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara, which, as you can see, I do have. And it does what it says on the tin, but I do find it doesn't add a great deal of volume. Of course, then the opposite is true. If you've got lots of length, but you don't have a great deal of volume, so you're losing some of your lashes, then you want a volumising mascara. Something like the My Mascara by Sculpted by Aimee is a pretty good one, but there are lots. So as I said earlier, if you can get some samples of the ones you fancy, then that can be a great idea. And then there are mascaras that will do both. So if you're losing length and volume, then you can get one that will help with both of those things. Obviously you could use one of these anyway, regardless of whether you've got lots of lashes, not lots of lashes. You can just play it and see what look it gives you. But the ones that lengthen and volumise are the ones that work best for me. But I do have length, and I'm going to talk about that in a little while because I've got a tip for you that might help, or will help hopefully. An example of the volumising and lengthening mascara would be the Maybelline Sky High Mascara, which I have used but I don't have here, and I really enjoyed it. It is an amazing mascara at a really good price, being Maybelline, so you could try that one out if you fancy giving that a go. The last thing you could do with this category of mascara is to use a lengthening first and then put some volume mascara on afterwards. It's called layering. Now, I love doing this. I think it's a great way to put both mascaras on, and I often do it when I'm using a waterproof mascara as well. So I put my normal mascara on, whatever I'm using, and then I will put a waterproof one over the top. If, for instance, I'm going out and it's quite drizzly, or if it's a bit humid and I want everything to stay where it is and not smudge, then I would do that. And by using a nice big waterproof mascara as well, I can get a really good look to my eyes. Now, some people have always had, or maybe starting to get, straight lashes. You know, they've lost the curl, maybe because they've got shorter and you've just lost the curl from the ends there, or it might be that you've always had lashes like that. And you can get curling mascara, so that's what I would advise for this. If you've got straight lashes and you just want to add a bit of oomph with a bit of curl, then a curling mascara would be ideal. There is one called the Benefit Roller Lash, which comes highly recommended, so I haven't tried it, but that's definitely one to look out for. So those are the different ones that will help the state of your eyelashes, whether they're short, long, not thick enough. What I want to talk about now is waterproof mascara, which I just mentioned a minute ago. Like many of you watching, I live in the UK and we've had so much rain over the last few months, well, not few months, a lot of months, that waterproof mascara is a must-have these days, rather than might just pick it up every now and then. And what waterproof mascara does is stops your mascara from smudging and running. So even if it's not raining, unlikely in the UK, you could still use it if you don't want your mascara to smudge onto your lower lashes or into the sockets of your eyes. It can be really useful for that. However, saying that, it can be quite harsh on eyelashes because it's just that bit more grippy and more difficult to get off. So I would use it quite sparingly, as in not every day if you don't have to. Of course, if it's raining or you're going swimming, then it's waterproof all the way. Now the one I love is the Rodial Waterproof XXL, and I have it here. This is my second tube. I haven't really used any other waterproof mascara since trying this. It is absolutely amazing, and because it's XXL, it does give a lot of volume and length. So you've got it all going on with this one. It's waterproof, it's going to lengthen and volumise your lashes, and it does such a good job. It's absolutely awesome. And with this one I can actually get away with quite regular use. It doesn't seem to damage my eyelashes at all. I'm just careful about how I clean it off, which I'll talk about towards the end of the video. Otherwise it does a great job. And then I'm going to chat about conditioning mascaras. Because our eyelashes have become a little bit troublesome as we've got a little bit older, then choosing a conditioning mascara can be really useful. It does what it says. It conditions your eyelashes, stops them from getting dry and brittle and snapping off, and just helps them look lush. Look for a conditioning mascara that contains biotin, vitamin E and or peptides. I don't have it here, but the Max Factor Volume Infusing Conditioning Mascara is pretty good and at a very good price point. But like with all mascaras, there are lots to choose from, so just try a few and see which works for you best. And then there is tubing mascara, which a lot of people get confused about, but it's something I actually enjoy wearing. So let me explain. So with the tubing mascara, unlike the others, rather than painting pigment onto your eyelashes, it contains polymers, which means that each of your individual eyelashes is coated with mascara. Sort of coating it with a tube, which is why it's called tubing mascara, obviously. So each of your eyelashes becomes very defined because you're using this mascara that's going to grab everyone and encase it in a tube. I have one here, and it's the Beauty Pie Wrap Star Tubing Mascara. It looks like this. Now many of you will know that Beauty Pie is a membership site for makeup and skincare. Although if you're not a member, you can order from there, but you just pay a different price to the members. So if you're not a member, you can still get hold of this. But again, there are lots, and it's annoying because some of these mascaras, you know, may contain polymers as well, but you wouldn't always know it. It's very rare. I mean, this Beauty Pie one does say tubing mascara on it, but with the others, it very rarely tells you that it is a tubing mascara. So sometimes you have to look at the ingredients and look for polymers, or look online and just see if you can Google it and find out whether it's tubing mascara, which is a bit of a faff, but if you fall in love with tubing mascara, then that's a good way of finding a good one. Now the other great thing about tubing mascara is it doesn't budge, doesn't smudge. So if you are prone, which again as we get older we can be, to it smudging and budging because our eye shape is changing and sometimes our mascara might be touching, you know, this part here as that starts to drop a little bit, then having a tubing mascara on is going to help with that. The best bit is that you can wash it off at the end of the day with just warm water and a flannel or eco-friendly pad of some sort. The Sky High mascara that I talked about earlier is also a tubing mascara, so give that a try, see if you like that one. And then we've got sensitive eyes. Some people have always had sensitive eyes, some people get sensitive eyes as they get older. Mine have definitely become more sensitive, not really to products as such, but they water a lot now, which annoys me, especially when I'm out in the wind. And if you have got sensitive eyes, then obviously you want to look for a mascara that's going to not cause you any issues. Look for hypoallergenic formulas and fragrance-free formulas. They're probably two of the things that's going to help the most. And the one I picked out here is the IT Cosmetics Hello Lashes. This one is conditioning and adds length and volume too, so it's a definite win-win if you've got eyes that become irritated quickly. So that's the types of mascara, but what about the colour of mascara? I get asked this a lot as well. What colour of mascara should I wear now I'm getting older? Now the answer to that is that brown is considered to be the softer look of mascara, and it can look more natural. However, it can be too red or ashy for some people, so if you want to use a brown mascara, then you need to have a look at that and see whether that's going to suit you or not. Brown mascara is also great for people with light coloured eyes or light eyelashes. If you've got dark eyelashes like mine, then brown gets a little bit lost, but if you've got much lighter lashes or brows, then give it a go. So black is considered to be the universally useful mascara, and it does pretty much suit most people. It's flattering and complements most makeup looks, whether you've gone for the big dazzly look or a much softer look. Obviously with any mascara you could put a small amount on or a massive amount on, depending on what you're trying to achieve. So don't shy away from using black just because some people say, oh, brown should be the one that you wear now. That's not true at all. I do wear brown sometimes, but it's not my go-to mascara. Black is my go-to. And with makeup, if it suits you, wear it. Just because somebody says, well, you should now be wearing brown mascara because you're an older woman, if you look in the mirror and like what you see, then it's suiting you. So if you're an older woman and you're wearing black and it suits you, carry on wearing it. It's everybody's choice what they wear, nobody else's. Now as far as choice for brown, Charlotte Tilbury has got one. It's in the Pillow Talk range. I've got the L'Oreal Paradise in black here. It's well used, which is why it's smudged. But you can get this in brown, and I've heard really good things about that, although I've not tried it. Now another colour that a lot of people like is Aubergine, which is sort of a reddy brown with a hint of dark purple, and it can look amazing. So if you can get a sample of that, give that a go. It might be the thing that you really enjoy wearing, somewhere between black and brown. I know that colour combination might sound quite scary, but it's actually a really pretty colour and suits a lot of people. And then we're on to coloured mascara. Should you wear a coloured mascara? Yes, is probably the answer, because going back to my comment earlier, if it suits you and you enjoy wearing it, then wear it. I enjoy wearing a coloured mascara, and I kick myself when I think about it because I don't always reach for them, and I don't know why. Sometimes I just get carried away, put my makeup on goes the black mascara, and I forget about coloured mascaras. But some can look amazing. Some are just fun and trendy, and you can get away with wearing those as well if you think it looks great. So don't shy away from wearing colour. I've got all sorts of colours. This one is a YSL and it's a green colour. These are so dark, I'm not sure you're going to be able to see that, because if you are a little bit shy of wearing a colour, obviously wearing a darker colour like this dark green could really work. And I've also got By Terry, which again you're probably not going to be able to see that well. Oh, you might be able to actually. It's a purple, and that can look extremely nice as well. And if you're a little bit shy of wearing colours, then what you could do is put just a colour on the end of your tips of your eyelashes. You know, a nice black or brown with a little colour of something else on the tips there could look amazing. You could certainly do that with one of these darker mascaras. But, you know, some people will wear pink or blue, and that's great too. I've got those somewhere in my drawer. So that's coloured. Coloured mascara can be amazing. So those are your choices when it comes to mascara. Then I just wanted to talk about some application tips or some tips around mascara that you might find useful. The first thing I want to do is go back to when I said that I've got long lashes. I've always had longish lashes. I'm not been short of length, but they have got shorter as I've got older, or they did get shorter as I got older. So I started using quite a long while ago, a Lash Serum, and I've used a fair few over the years. I'm using the UK Lash version at the moment. Again, I'm not wedded to that. I'll probably change it again at some point. But I found a good lash serum really useful for helping with the lashes, the length of the lashes, sometimes the volume too. Now some mascaras include ingredients to help the lashes grow longer and thicker, which is fab. However, you might not be wearing mascara every day. If you're not going out of the house or not going very far, you might not put it on. You might only put it on when you go out on a special occasion. So that's not going to do a great deal of good for you, because serum is something you've got to use regularly. I put it on every night. Now way back when Lash Serum first came on the market, people used to say it did horrible things to your eyes, it made the colour of your eyes go different and all sorts of things. Never found any of that, and things have moved on a lot since then. But nothing that I've ever tried has ever caused a problem. I have found some of the cheaper ones that I've used that haven't worked as well. So again, when they first came out, they were massively expensive and probably out of reach for a lot of people. But now you can get ones like mine, the UK Lash, that's around about £30 I think, that work really well, and they last for ages because you don't need a lot. You just swipe it, well, I say you just swipe it on your lash line. That's how mine works. Others might have you put it on like a mascara, just read the instructions and follow them, and that could really help. Then other tips is to curl your eyelashes. I always curl mine, even though they are long. I like to add a bit of curl, and I obviously do that just using a curling tong. This one's the Charlotte Tilbury one, but there are many on the market. Just find one that works for you. You can get them in different widths this way, depending on your eye size. So again, just go into a shop if you can and give them a try, see which one fits your eyes best. That works well. And when I'm using it, I obviously clamp my eyelashes between them quite gently. I don't go mad with it. And I squeeze about 12 to 15 times, just sort of pump them closed like that. And that works really well. But then somebody bought me this one, which is a heated, let me just hold it there so you can see. It's got an end that is like almost like a wand brush, but it's solid. And this heats up, and you put your mascara on first, and while your mascara is still tacky, then you just use this as if it is a mascara wand, and it just curls them beautifully. No pain, no heat. You don't feel the heat or anything, and that has been amazing. It's called the Lash Serum, and I will link it down below for you. So I was very grateful to the person who bought me that, because I hadn't tried it before. So using curling tools can really help the look of your lashes. Then applying a primer before you put your mascara on can also be really helpful. It just clings to the eyelashes a little bit. It sort of makes them look longer and more voluminous to start with, so that when you put your mascara on, you get even more of a boost. Most primers are white, so don't be scared when that happens. You put it on and they're white. It doesn't stay white, and can be really useful. Now the Lash Paradise mascara that I showed you earlier, this has a primer in the range 2, so you could get that one. It's relatively cheap, but there are lots of them on the market now, so just see what takes your fancy. Dead easy to use, don't damage your eyelashes at all, and just an easy way to get a bit of vavavoom into your eyelashes. Another tip is to always put more than one coat of mascara on if you're looking for a nice definition to your eyelashes. Of course you could just use one, I'm not saying you have to, but for me, when I just put one on, it doesn't give me quite enough, so I always put a minimum of 2, sometimes more depending on what mood I'm in and what look I'm after. I put one layer on, let it dry till it's tacky, and then put another on, and that seems to work really well. Give it a go. You've got nothing to lose when you're sat at home. Just put one on one eye and 2 on the other and see how it looks and see which you prefer. But I always prefer more than one, and when I'm making up someone else, I usually put more than one on as well. Now if you are going for the wide-eyed look, don't forget the lower lashes. Mine have gone quite sparse and a little bit more irregular than they used to be, but I don't let that stop me. And I use the MAC Extended Play waterproof mascara on my lower lashes, and I do this because the wand is tiny in comparison to other wands, and I can just wiggle away at my bottom lashes and catch every single lash that I've still got, and that can give a really nice look, and it makes your eyes look even wider and more awake. And this being waterproof really helps, because if you do get caught in a rainstorm or your eyes water, then it's not going to budge anywhere, and it comes off relatively easy. So I don't always put mascara on my lower lashes at all, but sometimes I will, depending on the look that I want, and it can be useful just to really open your eyes up, so don't be worried about doing that. What I also find helpful is a magnifying mirror, so I can hold it quite close and see all those eyelashes at the bottom there, and just make sure I've got everyone for a better look. And then lastly, always remove your mascara gently. If you get too over enthusiastic and start rubbing at them, you're just going to make the issue worse. You know, you'll snap your lashes off, or they'll get thinner. So just be really gentle. An oil-based cleanser or a balm are the 2 things that I favour, because it melts away the mascara really gently, and it just comes off nicely when you wipe your cloth over them. Tubing mascara, you just need water, which is even better. So I hope you found that really useful, and it's giving you some confidence to go out there and find a mascara that suits you well. Thanks for sticking with me till the end of this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.